Being asked to like restart the Nubreed series was a really big honour. So many people know like the history of the compilation series with the great DJs that have done it, and so many of the guys that did it have gone on to be kind of real top world-class DJs. During the process of putting the CD together, it was a real learning curve for me. You know, my first ever compilation. So, sourcing all the different music and trying to pick music that represented what I do, that's fresh as well as some kind of older bits and pieces. It was a real challenge. I've got music from all over the place. I've got music from kind of guys based near where I am in the UK, as well as right across the world. I had a couple of guys from Costa Rica send me a really cool track called, well, I can't even remember what the name of the track was now. It's on the album, but they kind of totally unknown guys. And then like a UK guy that I've mentioned quite a few times called Tom Budden, who's doing some really cool stuff with his own label Alive. Sent me a great track, which as soon as I got it I was like, this has got to go on the album. I didn't know what to expect, but I got sent some really good music. When you write a compilation album, I knew quite early on that the technology I wanted to use would all be kind of computer based. Ableton Live comes into its own in this sort of setting because it just allows you to try out different combinations, look at loops and layers and stuff in quite a quick sort of process. So it allows you to keep creative rather than just sort of putting a CD in a CD player or a record on the deck and kind of trying out lots of combinations. You can fire between things really quickly and get kind of a general feel and vibe, which I found really useful in trying to kind of put together what I was trying to do. I didn't want to go too far into it and layer up all sorts of different records in a way that I wouldn't be able to do it live actually in a club. If you want to make it as a DJ or an artist, basically copy deadmau5, use lots of white noise. Those two things guarantee success, and if you do a record like that, then I would say within 2 months you'll be earning £10,000 a gig. And if you believe that, you're stupid. To be associated with a strong brand of a record label, I think really helps. It's really helped me being on some of the bigger labels. So that's my advice really. Work hard, quality always comes through, and try and aim for the top labels. Deep house, kind of even with a bit of jazzy stuff thrown in, a little bit of disco edge on a couple of tracks, right through to I guess more main room kind of techno-y, techie stuff. I like to make sure there's groove, you know. It doesn't matter if it's a big techno track or if it's a much more laid-back, techie, funky sort of housey track. I think it's important to try and keep the groove. So you've got the kind of the banging techno, but you've also got the sort of the layers of some of the more melodic stuff. I mean, some of the tracks that were really big last night, like Guy Gerber's Timing, which I've been playing everywhere. Amazing record, and kind of don't really know what it is. Is it techno? Is it prog? Is it house? It's just a great record. So there's been a lot of records like that have really excited me recently, and you'll hear me playing those for a long time because they're just great records. So I think the people last night had a good time. I did. So I hope they did. You know. Well, Exit, it's definitely got a reputation. I heard about the club a few years ago. Kind of you hear about different clubs around the world that either you hear fellow DJs talking about, or you see stuff on websites, or you see people in interviews saying about clubs. And I'd heard a few things about Exit. I came a couple of years ago to Exit when I filled in for a guy who was unwell, quite last minute, so I wasn't really expecting it. And I turned up at the club and saw the vibe and the feel and the kind of the professional standard of like the sound and the light and everything that is about the club, and I was like, this is a great club. So to come back again properly this time round was really, really cool. And there's not many DJs that I've spoken to who've played here who've got anything bad to say about it. You know, the crowd was really, really good, really energetic and up for it. As I said, the production of the club is excellent, the sound is great. But I saw Fergie do one of these videos and he said his ears were ringing, and mine are definitely ringing. Just a really, really good space to play and DJ in. It's the kind of gig that you see it in your diary and you look forward to it, you know. Some gigs you don't know what to expect, other gigs you kind of go in with a bit of apprehension, but a gig at Exit is a guarantee. Ching ching. The Nubreed kind of tour is an ongoing thing. For most of April and May I'm doing dates in Europe, some places I've not been before. A couple, I'm playing in La Rocca in Belgium next week, which is a great club. I'm doing some stuff in Ireland, Bratislava, Budapest. I'm also doing my first live show at a festival called Homecoming in Scotland. So I'm just kind of trying to put that together now, something I want to get into a bit more, so it's an opportunity to sort of try that side of things out. East and West Coast, kind of doing Washington, Montreal, LA, San Fran, kind of a good spread of American cities, which I'm really looking forward to. Great opportunity to get out into that territory. Kind of the CD has really enabled me to sort of do a worldwide, and above all trying to make good quality music and hopefully be a good quality DJ when people come and see me, yeah.